Okay, so let's take it back to Rico Love. I'm not talking about the artist, but when you first was coming up, how did you meet Usher and everything got started from there?
I went to FAMU. I went to FAMU and I used to catch the bus to Atlanta every single weekend from Tallahassee to Atlanta. So I hooked up with these guys called the Corner Boys.
How long was that ride?
This was in 2000.
How long was that ride?
That ride 7.5 hours because you got to stop. It's really a 4-hour drive, but you got to stop on the Greyhound and stop everywhere.
Alright, so y'all pay attention to that because all the artists that's always wanting stuff really quick is cost sacrifice.
Yeah. Basically, I slept on their couch for like 3 years. You know, then you know how crazy you gotta look to your mom. She's telling you like, yo, get a job. You like, this is gonna happen.
This is gonna happen.
Some music stuff gonna work out for me. And she's like, get a job. You look crazy. And I was sleeping on somebody's couch for 2 years. So what happened was Usher was looking for producers, and he reached out to the Corner Boys, and they did a remix for him. So let me tell you why this all worked out. I got kicked out of school. I got kicked out of college on a Thursday. So if this happened on the Tuesday after that I ended up rapping on this. If I would have not got kicked out of college, I would have missed it. I would have been there during the week. So basically, I rapped on this remix, and he heard me. He was like, "Yo, who is the kid rapping?" And he was like, "Oh, this homie Rico, this is that." So he met me, and he said, "Yo, I want you to perform in this showcase," because he was looking for artists. So I performed in the showcase, and I ripped the showcase. And after that, he signed me to his label. But then the key thing is that I kept going to his office every day because I didn't have money. Because when you get a record deal, people think you get $1 million, you get a boat, you get some strippers. It's just like balloons falling out the sky. Nah.
No check.
You get nothing. So, you know, later, eventually, when you do the, you know, it's a whole different politics going on, how you get the check. So, I was like, yo, I need some money. Like, I don't know what's going on, man. You got too much paper. I'm just out here doing bad. I need a check. So he said, I could give you some money, or I can give you a way to get your own money. So he gave me this track. He said, we've been trying to write this song for my album for the longest. Nobody can come out from nothing. He gave me this track that Just Blaze did, and I wrote this song called Throwback. It was the first song I ever wrote in my life, and it was on a Confessions album.
Confessions, Throwback.
Yeah, and then it made the album, and then later I co-wrote this song called Seduction with Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. And that made it on Confessions. So after I was still signed to going through the whole ups and downs. After the artist thing didn't work out, I just kept writing, and I kept writing. So I went out to LA, and I was writing with Sam Waters, and you know, just grinding and hustling. Then I linked up with Jim Johnson, who had this amazing management company. He was signed to these managers. I hooked up with them, made communication, and we just started working and just kept grinding. But that's how it all began, like just being in the right place at the right time, and things happening and falling into place the way it's supposed to happen.
Where did that relationship come from with you and Mace? Where did that start at?
Mace, man, I just always looked up to him, and he just saw me and just took me under his wing at a young age. He just always saw something special in me, and we just was close. Me and Mace got a really crazy relationship. Me and Mace would fight and argue, and I won't talk to him for a year, and then he'll just pop up and be like, "What up?" And I'm like, "What's up?" And won't act like nothing happened. So right now, I think me and Mace had an argument last year at BET Awards, and then I think we spoke like 2 months ago. He was like, "What up, Rick?" Okay, you know.
Did you ever really think that as an artist thing was gonna pop off once you were doing so well as like a writer or producer? Did you think that the artist?
I didn't even plan it, man. Like this time last year, I didn't even know I was gonna be doing it. I basically the music started making sense to me. Like, you know, I wrote Heart Attack for Trey Songz. I wrote 4 a.m. for Melanie Fiona, and Mr. Wrong for Mary J. Blige, right? Those are 3 songs I wrote around the same time, and they all had to do with me. Now, they were all about me and about what I was going through. I was Mr. Wrong, I was the guy in 4 a.m., I was going through a heart attack, right? So, never in my career had I ever written a song that had anything to do with me. I just know how to, me and you can have a conversation, and I can later write a song that I feel like translate to who you are, what you would say. And that's when it started being real. So I felt like the time was changing. And it was crazy because after I signed Tierra Thomas, I got offers from different labels to do it to an album. Just randomly, like, you know, Craig Coleman, and like, yo, you should do this. So then I went out to LA and sat down with Jimmy Iovine, and he was like, yeah, so I hear you got some offers on the table to do an album. I'm like, yeah. He was like, you stupid, you just did a label deal. I gave you a label deal. Why wouldn't you sign yourself to your own label and put out your own record? And I was like, with Jimmy Iovine telling you to do a record, I feel like you might. I think the time is right, and it all, the stars aligned. I did something very unique. I dropped an album without warning. You know, I dropped an EP rather without warning. I just dropped it August 27th. I said, you know, we built up, we came up with this marketing plan, and I said August 27th, I'm dropping a single, the video, and a 5-song EP without. I don't want anybody in the industry to know. I don't want to talk about it. I was going to different radio stations, meeting with different people, letting them know what was going on, then we dropped the music. And then now we hear it with a big hit at radio, and people really interested in me as an artist, a guy who raps and sings, and they really believe in the story, and they're getting it. And it's just cool.